Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members of this august House, fellow South Africans watching at home, all MK commanders, cadres and ground forces, I salute you. I rise today on behalf of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the true voice of the oppressed, the forgotten and the betrayed. Today we stand here not to decorate this chamber with empty words, but to deliver a clear message of defiance and truth. We stand in absolute rejection of vote number 1 on the presidency and the National Assembly budget. This is so because we refuse to fund lies, hypocrisy, and a failed dream. We are living in a country where the price of bread decides whether a child eats or goes to bed hungry. A country where mothers pray not for rain, but for electricity so that they can cook a simple meal. We live in a South Africa where hope is more expensive than petrol, and dreams are as empty as the dry taps in our townships and villages. Mr. Ramaphosa, the presidency we debate today is not the house of the people. It has become a fortress of a conflicted and compromised president, a president broken beyond repair, leading a nation shattered by broken promises and shattered lives. This is a president whose couch swallowed millions in foreign currency, palapa. While desperate South Africans trying to survive by selling food on street corners are harassed, chased, and arrested by police, you, Mr. Ramaphosa, hide dollars like a hustler stashing stolen goods under a mattress.
Honorable Hlophe, please take... Honorable Hlophe, please take your seat. There is a point of order. Honorable Skhosana, what is your point of order?
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I'm rising on Rule 84. The leader of the MKP here says the president is broken beyond repair. I don't think that is parliamentary in reference to the president.
Honorable Skhosana, honorable members, please allow me to rule. Honorable Skhosana, that is a matter of argument. It is not a point of order. Honorable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And today, we are asked to fund this office to rubber stamp this betrayal. Never, never. Mr. Ramaphosa, you claim to fight corruption, yet you are the living, breathing embodiment of corruption itself. Under your watch, South Africa has become a land of commissions of inquiry without convictions. Endless talk shops designed to pacify the public while looting continues. We talk of a conflicted president.
Honorable Hlophe, please take your seat. Honorable member, what is your point of order?
No, I'm rising on Rule 85, Deputy Speaker. The speaker on the podium intimates that the president hid stolen goods under his couch. I discussed in a special. I would like you to rule on this matter.
Honorable members, I will refer to the unrevised Hansard and come back with a ruling on that matter. But I also, honorable members, I do want to caution you as well on both sides of the House. Honorable members, we are in a house where we allow debate, where we have freedom of speech and where we are allowed to voice our opinions. But if you do not agree, that does not mean that you have to rise on a point of order every time you don't agree with it. and it goes for both sides of the House. So, honourable members, please refrain from spurious points of order. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. We talk of a conflicted president. General Mkhwana is in a revelation that should shake the foundations of this parliament, expose that the police are captured by criminal syndicates. SAPS is no longer a shield for the innocent. It has become a rented army protecting drug lords and criminal enterprises. But let us be clear, there are good men and women in SAPS. Brave officers who protect our communities with integrity. These honest officers are being tarnished by a few rotten apples at the top. Recently, the head of crime intelligence and other senior officials were arrested, a sign of deep instability at the highest levels. Some even argue they were targeted for doing their jobs too well, which makes this arrest even more alarming and remarkable. The MK party stands firmly with General Mkhwana and all other government officials who stand for peace, justice, and the rule of law. We support those who expose the rod, no matter how high it goes. Mr. Ramaphosa, you speak of fighting corruption, yet you place your own Minister of Police on special leave instead of expelling him from the cabinet, as you recently did with regard to the DA Deputy Minister. Other ANC ministers who have damning allegations leveled against them are simply moved to different portfolios. This inconsistency reeks of selective morality. It shows that protecting your faction is more important to you than protecting the people of this country. Point of order. The late Chris once warned, I quote, "What I fear is that the liberators would emerge as elitists who will drive around in Mercedes-Benzes and use the resources of this country to live in palaces and to gather riches," close quote. Under your leadership, Mr. Ramaphosa, this fear has become our daily reality. We talk of a broken country. Empty vessels make more noise. We talk from a broken country. Eskom is broken. Transnet is broken. Prasta rusted and dead. SAA looted into a carcass. Denel a ghost of his former self. Municipalities bankrupt and drowning in sewer. While the people cry for service delivery, Mr. Ramaphosa's government delivers only excuses and consultants' invoices. The so-called government of national unity is nothing but a government of national convenience, a marriage of political opportunists who cannot agree on basic bread and butter issues, but unite to protect their seats and their stomachs. The DA and the ANC, under your leadership, now sleep in the same bed, under the same blanket of white monopoly capital. The same DA once spat on the Freedom Charter. It now shares cabinet space and dinner tables with your ANC. You call it unity, we call it treachery. Now we hear of your so-called national dialogue. Let me tell the people of South Africa what it really is. It's not a dialogue for the nation. It is an ANC election campaign funded by the taxpayers' money. Mr. Ramaphosa, you lead today a broken ANC, a party with the lowest membership in decades, a party that has lost key metros, a party that has become a mere shadow of its once proud self. Branches are non-existent, communities are leaderless, and the people have lost faith in you. But let us be clear. Let us be clear, this is not an accident. Your handlers and puppet masters behind the scenes planned this betrayal all along. They are using you to destroy the ANC from within.
Honourable
and to
Hlophe,
hand
please
this.
take your seat. There is a point of order. Honourable DM, what is your point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was wondering if plagiarism is allowed here in the House, because that's a photocopy of a speech of Honorable my man.
Honourable
Thank you.
DM, that is not a point of order. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed. Honourable Hlophe, please proceed.
Thank you very much. They are using you to destroy the ANC from within and to hand this country back into the hands of the former oppressor. The future of the black child is at stake here. As MK we say, we will not allow the soul of this country to be auctioned off to big businesses and colonial masters. We will defend that black child in the rural village, in the dusty township, in the overcrowded classroom. We will fight so that no child must choose between hunger and education, between dignity and survival. Our communities feel it every day. I met a gogo in Wembezi last month who recollects that she fetches water from a dish because the taps have been dry since October last year. In Soweto, a young mother told me that she uses paraffin because load shedding has destroyed her small catering business. The late President de Klerk once said, and I quote, "If Cyril Ramaphosa takes over and keeps his promises, things will be better," close quote. Indeed, you have taken over and you have kept your promises. Your presidential promises have become funeral songs for the living. South Africans don't want televised apologies. South Africans want jobs, water, electricity, safety, land and dignity. They want a president who feels their pain, not one who hides behind bulletproof glass and photo ops.
Honourable Hlophe,
We
please,
talk of a
please
broken...
take your seat.
Thank you, I will.
Honourable Member, what is your point of order?
Honourable Speaker, I just wonder if Honourable Hlophe can take a question, because he's speaking about
Honourable
broken
Member,
Zuma,
Honourable
broken
Member,
Hlophe, broken
Honourable Member,
MKP.
you know well.
Order,
not
order, order.
do that. Honourable Hlophe, would you like to answer a question? The Honourable Member will not answer a question. Please proceed, Honourable Hlophe.
Thank you very much. We talk of broken promises, land expropriation without compensation forgotten, free education for all forgotten, state-owned enterprises as engines of development sold off piece by piece to the highest bidder. What we have today is a captured presidency, captured by big white business, captured by billionaires who dictate policy while the poor continue to starve. Today, we are debating a budget to keep this charade alive. The National Assembly, under your watch, Mr. Ramaphosa, is supposed to be the watchdog of the executive. Instead, it has become a poodle sitting at your feet, begging for scraps of patronage. We, the MK Party, refuse to fund our own oppression. We refuse to legitimize this betrayal. We refuse to build a palace for a president while our people sleep under leaking roofs and cook on open fires. To my colleagues in this House, you stand at the fork in this road. You can choose to be complicit in the auctioning of this nation, or you can rise as true servants of the people. One, we reject a president that has become a piggy bank for the elite. We reject a parliament that has turned into a silent spectator to national decay. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the people of this country are watching. They will remember who stood with them when they were hungry, jobless, and homeless and hopeless. The MK Party will continue to fight for the South Africa where land and wealth are shared, where children drink clean water, where the lights stay on, and where the president serves, not sells, the people. Let history record we refuse to endorse these lies. We refuse to fund betrayal. We refuse to clap hands for a captured president. The MK party stands firm. I end by asking you, Mr. President, corruption is so common in this country. It happens right under your nose. The question is, why can't you see it every day? Why can't you see it every day? What is the obstruction? I end you. Thank you.
Hlophe's bold claims against Ramaphosa's leadership. MK Party Deputy President and MP Judge Hlophe launched a scathing attack on President Cyril Ramaphosa in Parliament on Wednesday, calling him a president broken beyond repair and accusing him of hypocrisy over the Fela scandal. Hlophe slammed Ramaphosa while speaking at the presidency's budget vote for 2025/2026 financial year in Parliament on Wednesday afternoon. Hlophe criticized Ramaphosa's anti-corruption stance, mentioning the theft of undeclared foreign currency from a couch on the president's Fela farm. "You hide dollars like a hustler stashing stolen goods under a mattress," Hlophe said, speaking directly to Ramaphosa across the chamber. During his speech, Ramaphosa presented the budget vote with a focus on the 7th administration's 3 strategic priorities, including promoting inclusive growth, job creation, poverty reduction, and building a capable, ethical, and developmental state. However, the MK party rejected the budget outright. "Today, we stand here not to decorate this chamber with empty words, but to deliver a clear message of defiance and truth," said Hlophe. "We stand in absolute rejection of the vote on the presidency and the National Assembly budget. This is because we refuse to fund lies, hypocrisy, and a failed dream." He painted a bleak picture of daily life in South Africa, saying citizens were living in a country where the price of bread decides whether a child eats or goes to bed hungry, and where hope is more expensive than petrol. Hlophe said the presidency had become a fortress of a conflicted and compromised president, and accused Ramaphosa of being the living, breathing embodiment of corruption. A point of order was raised by ANC MP Judge Hlophe, citing Rule 84, which governs parliamentary decorum and language. Hlophe objected to Hlophe's characterization of Ramaphosa as broken beyond repair. However, Deputy Speaker Enlai Lotriet ruled that the remark was a matter of debate, not a breach of parliamentary rules. Further points of order followed, with ANC MPs objecting to Hlophe's accusations that the president hid stolen currency. Lotriet again defended parliamentary freedom of speech and criticized the misuse of procedural objections. Hlophe also referenced allegations made by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlalam Kwanatsi, who recently accused senior SAPS officials of working with criminal syndicates and attempting to dismantle the task team investigating political killings in the province. The SAPS is no longer a shield for the innocent. It has become a rented army protecting drug lords and criminal enterprises, said Hlophe. He criticized Ramaphosa's response to allegations against senior officials, including placing the Minister of Police Sinsom Chunu on special leave, suggesting this was inadequate. "You speak of fighting corruption, yet you place your own Minister of Police on special leave instead of removing him from cabinet, as you did with the DA Deputy Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition, Andrew Whitfield," Hlophe said. He also accused Ramaphosa of protecting political allies while ignoring accountability. "This inconsistency reeks of selective morality. It shows that protecting your faction is more important to you than protecting the people of this country," he said. In explosive allegations, Mkwanatsi accused Deputy Police Commissioner Ltgen Shadrach Sabia, who has also been placed on special leave, of colluding with information dealer Brown Magatsi and Chunu to dismantle the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team. He claimed Chunu disbanded the unit in March, halting 121 active dockets tied to political murders. Mkwanatsi presented WhatsApp messages, SAPS documents, and cell phone records as evidence. Chunu, in a December 2024 letter to Police Commissioner Fanny Mazamola, said the unit had outlived its usefulness. In response to the scandal, President Ramaphosa placed Mchunu on special leave and established a judicial commission of inquiry. On Tuesday, Ramaphosa appointed Gweed Mantashe as acting Minister of Police, while he retains his role in mineral and petroleum resources. Professor Firoz Kakalia will take over police leadership in August after retiring from Wits University. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks.